What is up, my friends? It is match day, and you are very welcome along to this Anfield Agenda watch along. The Reds taking on AC Milan over in Hong Kong. I've just been on to the Anfield Agenda legal team to take a case against the UN Charter for Human Rights for making me get up this early. Oh, it's early doors, folks. It's early doors, but we're up, we're live, we're here, we're ready to go. We're trying to figure out exactly how we're going to line up in the first half, because I think it's fair to say it's a bit of a mixed bag of a team with regards to who's playing where. We do have some news around the likes of Joe Gomez, who's gone home from the tour. We'll take you through that in a moment. We'll talk about a brand new badge that's going to be on the jersey for the boys for next season. Of course, we'll talk about a sculpture that the Reds are unveiling for Diogo Jota, and lots more. But that is the starting 11 on your screen right there now. Love the new WhatsApp logo, Connor, in the bottom right hand corner. That's absolutely delicious, sir. Well played. Nice to see you all in. And yeah, just about awake, just about. We're on the second cup of coffee, but you know me, I love an early kickoff. Big fan of them. Bright and chirpy this hour of the morning. Loads of sleep had, nothing to worry about. Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's take you through the news around the kit for a start. So, when Liverpool's new kits are launched on August the 1st, players will display their own tribute with a specially made Forever 20 emblem printed into their shirts and stadium jackets, which will remain in place for the entire season. Paul Gorst also wrote to say that Liverpool have commissioned a sculpture to be made in honour of Diogo Jota outside of Anfield, while the players will wear a patch to remember their colleague during the 2 games of Asia as well, starting tonight against AC Milan. So just again, Paul Gorst writing to say that Liverpool have commissioned a sculpture to be made in honour of Diogo Jota outside of Anfield. Another little bit of news today, ladies and gentlemen, is that Joe Gomez has flown home from Liverpool's pre-season tour of Asia due to a minor hamstring injury, a minor Achilles injury. So what you can see on the screen there now is the Reds starting 11 for the game. We've had a crack at trying to figure out exactly who's playing where. Alisson Becker, Van Dijk, Szoboszlai, Salah, Elliott, Robbo, Gravenberch, Wirtz, Rio, Morton and Stevenson. That is the 11 that's going to kick us off today, ladies and gents. On the bench, Woodman, Mamardashvili, Kanade, Jones, Gakpo, Tsimikas, Doak, Kerkez, Frimpong, Bradley, Neone. You may notice 2 exemptions there from that starting 11. No Luis Diaz, no Darwin Núñez. Don't know what to say about that one, other than, probably going to be sold, but I'm sure that there will be maybe another reason given. I haven't listened to Arna yet. I haven't had a chance to hear what he's had to say, but that's where we're at anyway. For anybody who wants to watch the game, it's going to be on LFC TV and All Red, Liverpool's streaming platform as well. I'm going to be watching on LFC TV, Ray, my man. LFC TV for me. Have it on here in the background. Currently, young Rio being interviewed on the TV. Where's Maka and Hugo? Well, Maka is playing catch-up, to be fair. He was later back than the rest of the lads, so Maka's probably not at the point yet. You may see him on Wednesday. And Hugo, look, again, probably a similar thing. He's just joined up with the squad, obviously still getting to grips with life as a Liverpool player, and I would imagine you'll see him against Yokohama Marinos on Wednesday. Have you seen the Romano news yet? Oh, you bet your ass I have, my friend. We will be doing news videos and that later on, but yes, really quickly, just to speak about what you've mentioned, there was a couple of things that did catch your eye this morning. I think what you're talking about is Isak has already turned down Saudi options. He said no, his wish to remain playing Europe at the highest level, and the club in concrete talks for Isak is and remains Liverpool. So like I said the other day on the stream, I knew he didn't want to go to Saudi because it's too early in his career to go to Saudi. So that was never really a concern for me. But I still can't say to you that Newcastle will sell or not. But like I've mentioned, I really feel if he does leave Newcastle, and it is an if, he'll be a Liverpool player. So Keith Downey from Sky Sports, speaking a little bit with Eddie Howe, said this about the ownership deciding the future of Isak. I've welcomed players back to the group and I've sold players. It's all part of being a football manager. Every situation we take on an individual basis, but there is a wider picture here. There's a whole football club that has to make a decision. The manager has an option, but ultimately the decision rests with the board, especially the money involved in modern day transfers. I see this challenge as part of the club. I've had a good grounding at Bournemouth in my early career, and any player who did well was gone. The club will make the right decision with all the information that it has ultimately to move the club forward. We're trying to improve the situation as best we can, regardless of Alex's situation. The team stands still. The team never stands still, and that's always the way it's been. So again, read from that whatever you may, but we are certainly a little bit further along, I would say, than maybe we were the other day. But look, we'll talk about all of that this evening and tonight on the late night agenda. Before this morning or this early afternoon, let's just focus on the Reds' action against AC Milan. Corbin, how are you, dude? Said, I'm excited, Isak, but want the centre-back sorted or Canade continued. Look, I get it. We will get a centre-back sorted. I suppose with Joe Gomez going home now with that Achilles injury, that probably only reiterates in people's mind that we need to get a centre-back in, and we will. We will. MB said, I'd like to see what other positions Dom can play so he fits into the squad after the Wirtz signing. Look, Dom can play in a whole host of roles, as we know, but I don't think we're really going to get too much of a clue, and today anyway, about future positions, because it looks like we're just putting out a team trying to fill in certain positions, and we reckon Wirtz is going to be through the centre. Stevenson also playing at the back. Szoboszlai there, maybe at right back. Van Dijk, Robertson in midfield. Then we reckon Morton, Szoboszlai, then Salah. Obviously Harvey Elliott and Young Rio with Wirtz up top. That's what we're guessing. So let's wait and see if we're right on it. But that is the confirmed starting 11 anyway, ladies and gents. Apparently Endo's out due to an illness, said Steve Tufnell. Thank you, Steve. Hopefully he's fit, because I know it would mean a lot to Endo to play in Japan, obviously against Yokohama Marinos, his home country. So hopefully Endo feels better by Wednesday. Luke said, this is a bit early for you. Oh, dude, honestly, 2 hours sleep, but like I said, very little for me to complain about. Our friends over in Australia, America, Canada, you know, they often have these really, really early kickoffs. So just a little bit of a taste for us what those gents go through. And ladies, of course. What's the difference between All Red and LFC TV? All Red is the streaming platform, Johnny Sins, and LFC TV is basically the television channel. So it used to be LFC TV and LFC TV Go, but they just changed the name to All Red. So yeah, it's just a streaming platform, mate. Remember, you can sign up and get a free month for your first month if you do join LFC TV Go. It's 6:06 in Midwest America right now, said Stephen. Like I said, mate, nothing but respect for you guys and girls that get up even earlier. Like, I'm cry arson here, and I'm up at what, 11:15. I was up at this morning, and for me, you know, that's the middle of the night. But again, I'm a weird creature. Andrew said, hi Craig and everyone, I bet you're knackered, mate. I am. I'm absolutely shattered, mate, but it's all good. I wouldn't but be here with you. Now, I won't be here on Wednesday. That game is a little bit too early for my liking, so I'll be taking you through today, but I won't be doing the game on Wednesday. We'll, of course, be back, though, for the double header against Athletic Club Bilbao, and, of course, then the Community Shield as well. Val said, hey Craig, I think if we sign Eze or Rodrigo on top of Gyökeres, do you think you have a chance in the title next season? No, I don't, Val. And not because of anything you've done. I'm saying that because of what we've done. Good signings. I think Eze is far more likely for what I'm reading, Val. But Eze, Gyökeres, they're good players to bring in. There's no denying that. Subamendi's a good player, but maybe I'm biased here, Val, and I probably am, but I just honestly think our business this summer has probably even pushed us a bit further away, but I guess the proof of the pudding's going to be in the eating. What time is it on Wednesday? It's a 11:30 kickoff on Wednesday, so even earlier, an hour earlier. So 12:30 is my cut-off time. 11:30, that's too early for me. Bugiana said 9:30 p.m. kickoff for me here in Australia. Never been happier. That's brilliant. Fair play. Delighted. No, honestly, no jokes. It's good. I like that you get rewarded occasionally, because I know the sacrifices overseas fans make to watch the Reds. So hearing that it's a 9:30 kickoff, fair play. That'll be amazing. Alex said Eze staying. Is he though? He has a release clause. I don't know. I don't know if Arsenal trigger that release clause if he still wants to stay or not. But then again, I haven't been following it all that closely, to be honest with you. I was only thinking about that last night. There is so much of other clubs' business that I just haven't paid attention this summer because we've been so busy. I haven't really kept up to date with what other clubs are tracking. Obviously, I've seen the signings a lot of the other clubs have made, but I'm not fully up to speed on who's going for what because, well, God, we're so busy, aren't we? And it's a great complaint to have. Riley, of course I can say your name, my friend. Welcome in. Thank you for being with us, bro. Appreciate you. Joshua, how are we, mate? Welcome in as well. Jen, lovely to see you. Jen LFC, thank you so much for being in as well. Alex Macklin, always a pleasure, dude. It's 6:09 a.m. in Jamaica. Yes, Evil Bot, but you get to be in Jamaica. So, I'm up early in Ireland. You're in Jamaica, dude. A beautiful sun-drenched country. So I know where I'd prefer to be at this particular moment. And actually, 6 o'clock would probably be better for me because I could do the watch along and then go to bed. So yeah, I'd probably take a 6 a.m. kickoff. Didn't think Harvey would be starting, said Shabina. I didn't know what to expect, Shabina, to be honest with you, but always fun in pre-season. Look, today we get to have a look at Wirtz, a proper look at Wirtz, which I'm so happy about. Obviously get to have a little look at young Rio as well, which is going to be cool. Nice to have another look at Stevenson, who did very, very well against Preston. So, yeah, excited. Obviously, Virgil back in the team as well. Lovely to see Virg. Big Ali back in goal. Craig, how do you watch this on your TV? Do you have a monitor? So, in my setup, in front of me, I've got a widescreen monitor. And then I have a TV on a bracket on the back of the table. So I've got TV, my camera that's obviously focusing on me. I've got my 51-inch monitor. Yeah, I'm good to go. So yeah, I've got a TV just 2 feet from my face. So yeah, good to go. And then I've got my Skybox plugged into the TV and I've got LFC TV. So all good to go. Spinning around. Is Modric playing today? You know what? I don't know the AC Milan team. Haven't seen the AC Milan team yet. Connor said, picture of Craig set up in the WhatsApp. I have a picture of it here. I can bring it up on screen for you. One sec. I have a picture of it from my side. Here, there you go. This is my setup. One sec. There you go. So that's what I'm looking at, basically. Except that's my old monitor. So that's a lie, actually. That's my old monitor. Let me get you the newer one. Where is it? I'm spinning around. Here we go. So this is my actual setup. Oh no, that didn't want to go on. Why did not want to go on? Where are we? Bear with me. I have to delete that because I didn't want to go on the screen for some reason. I'm spinning around. Now we'll try it. Right, we're going to have to scale this one down. All the way down. 1 second. All the way down. All the way down. God almighty, I didn't realise how big this picture was. All the way down. So, yeah, basically, that there is my setup. So what you can see there, as you can see there, I've got my TV on a bracket on the back of the table, my camera. So that's my setup there. So in case you're ever wondering, this is how I watch the games. The TV, as you can see, is on the bracket at the back of the table, a skybox there, my widescreen monitor, and then my little camera and my light and the green screen behind me. So that is where I work, just in case you're ever wondering. So yeah, that's where I do my work from. Tucked away in the corner of my living room. The fact you haven't tried FIFA on that widescreen is a sin, Craig. Yeah, my son often looks at it and says, Daddy, it's shocking that you don't play games. Because he looks at it and thinks, the trouble I could get into with that screen. I meant, did you mirror the game on your phone? No, I have LFC TV, so I'm watching it on LFC TV, which is on the Sky platform now. So all good in that one. I can just watch LFC TV. Are you confident we'll get Isak? I wouldn't say I'm confident because I can't tell you what Newcastle will do, but I'm confident if he leaves Newcastle, it'll be for Liverpool, but gonna have to wait and see apart from that. This one from Daniel said, "Hi Craig, do you think Petchy will be put on loan or kept him on reserve?" I think he'll be put with the under-21s. From what I'm reading, the plan, Daniel, is for the under-21s, my friend. Yeah, under-21s for this season anyway. That's what I was reading. First one free on that FC TV app, video part. Yeah, it's called All Red these days, Mark. But yes, you're spot on. First one free. And I took advantage of that offer myself a few weeks ago. Is that the naughty corner? It's the only space in my whole house that I have to work from. Now you can see why I've been dreaming of a studio at some point. Because there isn't even like a spare room in my house. I live in a 3-bed semi-detached house, so no spare room in it. Everybody, all the bedrooms taken up. No shed space. So when we got our living room remodeled, we built a little space in the corner for me to do what I do from. So every time I'm streaming, I have to boot the family out of the living room. So they've been very kind all these years. Very, very understanding, shall we say. Who am I keeping my eye on in this game? Oh, it's obviously going to be Rio. Rio and Wirtz, mate. They're the two for me that I'm looking forward to seeing, particularly in the first half of the 11 that's out there. David Duffy, welcome to Anfield Agenda Ultras, my friend. Appreciate you becoming a member, sir. Thank you. And not just a member, an Ultras member as well. Absolute legend, bro. Right, Mark has just sent me on the AC Milan team. It's Mannion, Tomori, Thiaw, Pavlovic, Selemakers, Loftus-Cheek, Ricci, Fofana, Bartasegui, Pulisic, and Leao. I can't read those subs, they're too small. Let me have a go. Yep, can't read those subs, they're too small. But he's not even on the bench, according to Mark, so no Luka Modric for AC Milan. We believe it is Szoboszlai at right back for those asking, but like I've said, it's hard to put these 11s together, but we'll have a crack at it, and that's what we think will line up like. Oh, by the way, say hello. Say hello. We haven't seen him yet this pre-season. Are we all ready to say a special hello? 3, 2, 1. There he is. Say hello, everybody. You don't blame it on the sunshine. You don't blame it on the moonlight. You don't blame it on the good times. Blame it on the boogie. There he is. Little special dancing alien. Little Newlawn cameo in pre-season. He's back off his holidays and ready to go. I just can't control my feet. I just can't control my feet. Sunshine, moonlight, good times, boogie. Yes, so he's there, he's back. Good old 4-4 tunes. No, they actually didn't have anything to do with that particular one. 4-4 tunes did make the video intro and all, absolutely, but that particular one there, that isn't 4-4 tunes. It's not Alien, no Val, it's not Alien, it's Newlawn. He has a name. Newlawn Voider is his name. Do-do, 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 ba-da. Right, let's keep going. So, for everybody coming in a little bit late, a couple of bits of information from Paul Gorst that came in over the last 20-25 minutes. When Liverpool's new kits are launched on August the 1st, players will display their own tribute with a specially made Forever 20 emblem printed into their shirts and stadium jackets, which will remain in place for the season. On top of that, Paul Gorst also wrote that Liverpool have commissioned a sculpture to be made in honour of Diogo Jota outside Anfield, while the players will wear a patch to remember their colleague during the 2 games in Asia, starting tonight against AC Milan. So, bit of information there for you. Can you please say happy birthday, Arian? Love from Sydney. Happy birthday, Arian. Hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for being with us as well. Mark, how are we, dude? When we signed Wirtz, I couldn't help but have an accident. My God, dreamland is an understatement. I don't think you're on your own. I think we all maybe excreted some happy juice. Is that the right way to say it, Mark? But it was certainly a nice little feeling, wasn't it? Liz, how are we? Happy freaking match day, WFM. Much love to you, Liz. So, I have some news. I have some news. Would you like some news? It's not very important. So, you know the way we were talking on last night's stream about the little miniature busts that a friend of the channels is making. So he does Diogo Jota, he does Jurgen Klopp, he does Arne Slot. Well, how about we do a little Craig statue? I'm going to get a little Craig one, and he kindly said he will start making and selling the little Craig statues. So if you ever wanted me on your desk at home or in your car or anything like that, well, watch this space. Little Craigs, exactly what the world wants. George said, I don't know if you've already spoken about it, but do you think Diaz and Darwin being left out for sure is a sign that they're going to leave? Yes, I do. But the club may say otherwise. You know, remember, this could be one of those kind lies. That's the best way to put it. Craig, can you read this message to me, please? I got a kit in Kuwait early, by the way. You have to wait until August when I got mine a bit early by Liverpool kit. Nice. Enjoy. Sweet. Glad to hear you got the kit, mate. Hope it's nice. What's the news on Gomez? He has an Achilles injury and he's flown back home for some treatment on that Achilles injury. Andrew, how are we, dude? Said, which Liverpool player would you bring back if you could? So you're going to be tempted to say Gerrard, but for what we need, I'm going to say Big Sammy Hyypiä. Imagine Big Sammy alongside Virgil. So yeah, in his prime, I'd say Big Sammy. Wouldn't say no to a Xavi Alonso either. You know, imagine having Gravenberch and Xavi Alonso and Maka as options there in midfield for the deeper line role. But probably Big Sammy with what we need at the minute would be my answer. If not, then we're talking about a striker. So Robbie Fowler, Ian Rush, Luis Suarez, Fernando Torres, Michael Owen, somebody of that ilk up top. Do you have a little Craig? I'm getting one. Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be funny. But what is a bust? A little statue, a little statuette. So like the chest up to the head, that kind of thing. So yeah, a little Craig statue. I think they won't be big. Like I think they're going to be like a few inches in size, but it's going to be cool being immortalised in a little statue. Wirtz up front. Let me get this one up. Wirtz up front. Szoboszlai right back. Thoughts on this? I don't think it really matters where they play. I know that that's going to sound crazy, but for me, this is just about getting match minutes into the legs. And in pre-season, you just have to make do, you know, put out a team that you hope can get the job done. But most importantly, it's about getting minutes in the legs, hopefully avoiding injury. And I wouldn't read too much into where people are playing yet. Jacob said, hi Craig, fun fact, since the start of 24-25 season, Man U have spent 60 million more than Liverpool, but we're spending too much. I spoke about this yesterday, Jacob. I actually have the stat with exactly how much, so let me talk you through in a little bit more depth, mate. So I have the stat in front of me. United spent £376 million, bringing back in just under £95 million, giving them a net spend of £281.3 million. Liverpool second on the list with a spend of 308 million, recouping 128.5 at the minute. But of course, we know there will be more recouped and more probably spent as well. Liz said everybody needs a little Craig in their lives. Sabrina doesn't. A few inches, that's massive. Well, you know, I could lie to you and tell you it's bigger, but eventually you'll see through those lies. Someone said Craig Owens not a legend. Oh, I know, but it's early, and I was just running through strikers who've played for Liverpool. Well, I was running through strikers who've played and done very well for Liverpool, but I agree with you. I'm not really a Michael Owen fan. FMHXMMY said, been here since 19K and seen how insane to see how much you've grown. Napoli 18-19 was my first. Well, thank you for being with us on the journey, my friend. It astonishes me where we are as well. I don't even know what to aim for anymore, what's realistic. I just know every day I'm grateful to be on here and share these life experiences with you. What's in the Reds? So I need a quick favour. It's probably a bit optimistic, but we've 6 minutes to get 608 likes. Can we do it in 6 minutes? We have this great record of getting 1,000 likes before kick-off on every single game. I need you to hit that like button within the next 6 minutes before kick-off. Let's see if we can do it. Dylan, thank you, bro. Love you too. Much appreciated. Thank you, sir. Gomez is made of glass. Where is Ekitike? Well, to be fair, he's probably not ready to go into a match 11 just yet. I would imagine we'll see Hugo Ekitike on Wednesday, though. So, yeah, it was always going to be optimistic to see if he was going to play today, but I would imagine we'll see Hugo on Wednesday. Jacob Barber said, thoughts on Elliott? I really want him to stay. Look, I love Harvey Elliott, Jacob. I'm one of Harvey Elliott's biggest fans, but I honestly think the right thing for him to do for his career is move. But if he stays, I'm not going to be at all upset about it, mate. I'm, as I said, big Harvey Elliott fan. I just think for his own career and the minutes he'll need, probably best to get a move this summer. Right, we've got 5 minutes. Oh, we only need 226 now. We're getting close. Right, let me say this. Mark very kindly put the Milan bench in for me as well. We'll run through that one at half time, sure. But thank you, Mark. That's a godsend, mate. Appreciate you. Andrew James, thank you for being a member with us for 2 months, my friend. Said I'm going 3-1, Salah, Wirtz and Elliott to score. I'd be happy with that, mate. That'll do. The only thing I really do hope for in these games is, touch wood, no injuries. That's the first hope with every one of these games. It's looking great, though. Stadium in Hong Kong's looking absolutely mint. The boys are in. Looking great. It's looking like a proper occasion, this one. Nice. It's looking special. Can someone please explain what a Craig... Statue, mate. Statue. Think of a Craig statue. A bust is like from the chest up statue. Peter, how are we, mate? Peter Hunter said, love this channel. Isak is looking closer every day. I'm almost afraid to go all in on it, Peter, just in case, but I'm not going to lie, dude. Hope is growing. Laith, thank you, my friend, over in Australia. Appreciate you. Right, we only need 144 likes to go now. We've 3 minutes to go. 141 to go now. I've never been so excited for a friendly, said Jeff. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool to see the lads out there. Getting a good look at Wirtz for 45 minutes at least is going to be fun. I'm just thinking. So this game and then the last game against Yokohama Marinos, and then the boys will be in the Adidas kits from the Athletic Club Bilbao game. Right, we only need 83 likes to go. 3 minutes to go, folks. Can we get up to 1,000 before kickoff? So yeah, for anybody wondering what the word bust is, it's a mini statue. A statue from the chest up. Now, for me, I think there should be a massive statue erected here in my home city for me. I think, you know, when you come into Gorey, there should be a huge statue of me there dancing with Newlon. I think if the Irish government had anything about them, that would be done by now. That's what the world needs, right? A huge, massive statue of my fat head when you're coming into my hometown. Hi, Craig. All-time Liverpool 11. Oh, it's too early. It's too early, late for an all-time Liverpool 11. Yeah, sorry. But I'll have a go with it because you're so kind. Allison, Jones. No, I'm going to be biased. I'm going to go Allison, Robbo, Van Dijk, Hansen, Finnan, Gerrard, Souness, Alonso, Salah, Fowler, Rush. But again, very hard to do off the top of your head. You really need to scribble that down and have some time with it. Who else wants a mini bust for their mini Craig? Well, I'm sure, Liz, my bust will come with ample bustiness, like the real version. Right, so again, let me quickly run you through the Liverpool team before we kick off. It's Alisson, Van Dijk, Szoboszlai, Salah, Elliott, Robertson, Gravenberch, Wirtz, Rio, Morton and Stevenson. And the AC Milan team is Mannion, Tomori, Thiaw, Pavlovic, Selemakers, Loftus-Cheek, Ricci, Fofana, Bertasaghi, Pulisic and Leao. So they are your 211s. We've done it. We've got to the 1,000 likes, you absolute heroes. Love it. Thank you so much. Right, we're almost there, friends. Sit back. The good news, there's going to be loads of content today. We're going to do the watch along. Then I'm going to do a news video this afternoon. Then we'll be back at 8:30 tonight for the late night agenda with a late news video as well. Tomorrow, though, I won't be around tomorrow night. We're going out for a family meal, so won't be available tomorrow night, but we will have a news video out tomorrow evening. But tonight and today, content all the way through the day. So don't be going anywhere. Don't be going outside. No need. Stay here with Craigo and we'll have a bit of fun. I'm excited. And I'm not usually excited for pre-season games, but get to see Florian Wirtz out there today. Get to see young Rio. Get to see the LeBron James of soccer. Right, we're almost underway, ladies and gentlemen. I will take you through the game as always, as best as I can. Pitch is not looking great, I'm not going to lie to you. Liverpool playing from left to right in the first half, obviously wearing our red shirts. AC Milan in their away strip of yellow. All eyes on the referee. Oh, no, there we go. We're underway. Sorry. We're underway. Virgil. Ball inside to Robbo. Back to Virgil. To Gravenberch. Little 1-2 with Tyler Morton. Again, the Reds have it back. With Harvey Elliott. It's hard to tell who's who here because the Liverpool numbers are transparent on the back of the shirts. So it's very difficult to spot who's who. Immediately, Wirtz taking up that pocket of space, plays the ball off the AC Milan player. Liverpool throw in on the far side. Ash, it says message retracted, but thank you for your support, my friend. Robbo has it now, left side of the pitch. Still trying to get to grips with exactly who's who here. Szoboszlai, Wirtz, look at that little pocket. Oh, the footwork, lads, I could watch it all day, and he's only getting started. Robbo. Dom. Gravenberch. Stevenson. Out to the great man, Mohamed Salah. Edge of the box, little 1-2. Salah, oh, nearly. Ball breaks though. Stevenson gets on the end of it. Tries to reverse it. AC Milan eventually clear it, but made a meal of it. Challenge goes in then. And it will be a throw-in. But I tell you what, lads, the early footwork from Florian Wirtz is delicious. Kyle said, not sure if this has been asked, but where's Darwin? No Darwin, no Diaz. Again, unless Arna said something that I haven't heard, we can only assume it's because they're likely to be sold. Joe Gomez has also gone home with an Achilles injury. So That's currently where we're at. Wirtz now, little pocket of space. Virgil, he bursts forward. Go on, Virg. Have a strike. Go on, Virg. Ooh. Virgil tried to sell a little dummy and burst his way into the 18-yard box. Big smile on our captain's face. You could tell he wanted to keep going there. And he nearly did it. He nearly sold the defender a dummy as well. Connor said you wouldn't notice how much you rely on numbers until something like this. Oh, it's so difficult. Especially when it's pre-season and the lads might have a different haircut than you last seen them with or something like that. Mannion now for Milan. Pings one out left side. So far it's been all Liverpool. Milan haven't gotten out of their half. Liverpool have won it back now with that high press. Soboslai. Again, just watching the pockets of space being taken up here by Wirtz off the ball. Soboslai. Back to Ryan Gravenberch. Ball inside to Tyler Morton. Morton goes out left side now to Andy Robertson. Into Florian Wirtz. Back to Tyler Morton. Soboslai switches it out right side to Mohamed Salah. Salah brings it down. Little 1-2 inside. Ball back to Stevenson, who just about tries to keep it in but can't. And it goes out for a throw into AC Milan. Bransfield, how are we, dude? Hope you and your dad are well. And yeah, thank you for being with us. Finally get to see Wirtz. It's great, isn't it? It's really exciting. Honestly, buzzing to see him. Again, good high press from Liverpool. Ball goes out from Elliott off the AC Milan player. Liverpool throw in right hand side. Virgil. Andy Robertson. Bit of pressure on Robbo, so he goes back to Alisson. Alisson in a purple kit, looking dapper, dare I say it? He always looks dapper though, doesn't he? Oh, we're giving it away here though. Edge of our own box, Rafa Leao. Strike, saved. It was sloppy from us on the edge of our own penalty area. Ball was given away, but eventually Alisson gets down, makes a save to his right hand side. Oh. It was Tyler Morton who made that mistake. Alisson played the ball to him the edge of the box, and Tyler Morton, under a little bit of pressure, back to the Liverpool players, gives it away at the edge of the box, and Pulisic gets the strike away. Right, here we go now. The Reds on the attack. Young Rio. Go on, son. Go on. Cuts inside. Goes one way, then the other. AC Milan players shit themselves. So look at that from Dom. Get stuck in, fella. Go on. Still Dominic Szoboszlai. Strike! Ooh, little daisy cutter there, but Mannion gets down and makes the save. Good determination there from Szoboszlai. Took a heavy first touch. Kind of had to go to ground and slide for the ball, but does so well. And then gets a strike away, but Mannion saves that easily enough. Again, good closing down. Good high press here from Liverpool. AC Milan just can't get out. Rio tries the ball inside. It's intercepted. Milan have it back now. Rafa Leao as they look to counter. No, Liverpool straight in with that high press again. Well played, boys. Well played. Tyler Morton then takes control in the centre of the park. Out to Virgil. Andy Robertson. Bit of pressure on him. Szoboszlai. Heavy touch. Virg steps in, just boots it clear. So far, honestly, I know you're all probably watching the game as well, but so far it's all Liverpool. It's us pressing high up the pitch. Milan looking to play around that press, but unable to. And it's been all Liverpool in the early exchanges. 6 minutes, 20 seconds gone. So happy we got Bearded Ali back, said Marty. He hits different, Marty, doesn't he? Bearded Ali, headband on, 118, 118 Alisson, looking absolutely mint. He's just a specimen, isn't he? And but you know what's mad though? When you see Giorgi, he almost makes Ali look small. You know, with two absolute beasts of goalkeepers. Right, Milan now on the attack. Down Liverpool's left-hand side. Liverpool shuttle across. Wirtz back helping out. Milan forced backwards as they look to get a little bit of control of the football. Trying to play between the lines, which they've done successfully. Right hand side, ball crossed in. Virgil gets a flick on it. It drops on the edge of the box. Stevenson jumps in there with Rafa, wins the ball, but second ball breaks to Leao. Edge of the box, strike. Very powerful strike, but thankfully straight at Alisson Becker. AC Milan out there looking like Brazil because of their shirts, not the way they're playing. Neil Godding said, tuning in from Cali, 4:38 a.m. You're some man. Appreciate you, Neil. Thank you, mate. And if you can, ladies and gents, do hit that subscribe button for me. Let's see if we can get us up to 337,000 subscribers this morning. Alisson in possession, edge of his own penalty area. Rafa looks to press. Alisson goes out to Ryan Gravenberch. Press comes on from Rafa. Gravenberch cuts inside, little shove in his back. He goes to the ground. Free kick, Liverpool. Wes Roberts, Craig, with Gomez injured and all the Isak talk, why are we not prioritising two centre-backs? Am I the only one concerned? I don't think you're the only one concerned, Wes. A lot of people have been asking me about the centre-backs. All I can say to you is I trust that we'll get the bodies we need. Obviously, we've still got, 38 days, 37 days left in the window. So the earlier we can get them in, the better. But we will bring in the centre-backs, mate. Luke said, what am I watching on? LFC TV, mate. LFC TV for me on the TV. Right, ball back with Alisson again. Heading towards the 9-minute mark. Still scoreless in Hong Kong. But it's been Liverpool making all the early running here. Out wide right now to Mohamed Salah. Stevenson. Back inside to Virgil. Gallops into the Milan half. Tyler Morton. So Liverpool are creating spaces by dragging Milan to one side, keeping Salah very wide, and then switching to play very quickly. Elliott now dinks the ball in, looking for Salah, but AC Milan's defence manages to clear it, but only as far as Van Dijk. Virgil to Andy Robertson. Szoboszlai. Tyler Morton now in possession. Stevenson. Back out to Mohamed Salah, who's very, very wide. Morton. Szoboszlai. AC Milan just about get bodies around him to crowd him out, and they're looking to counter-attack quickly. Ball into the left channel to Rafa Leao. Virgil comes across. He's almost given him the angle, and Leao buries it. I don't know what to say there. It's 1-0 Milan, and Virgil almost gave him the shot, which I find weird. Virgil came across, but almost stopped him from checking back inside, but did give him the option. And Rafa Leao powers one into the roof of the net past Alisson. It's 1-0 Milan on the counter. It was a ball down the left-hand side from Christian Pulisic. I just don't get that from Virgil. Very, very good finish. Credit to Rafa Leao, by the way. It was a very good ball from Christian Pulisic into the channel. Rafa Leao obviously finished it brilliantly. But yeah, from that angle, I don't know. Yeah, it's a good finish, but I feel like we could have closed them down a little bit better, if I'm being honest. Lock of respect in there with the ha-ha-has. Mate, it's a pre-season friendly. Do you honestly think this matters one jot to us Liverpool fans if we win or lose the game? It doesn't make a difference, bro. It's all about just getting fitness in the legs. And it was a very good goal. Well taken by Rafa Leao. Virgil. Szoboszlai. Back out to Salah. Harvey Elliott. Dominic Szoboszlai. Back to Gravenberch. Stevenson. Salah now needs a little bit of support. Ball flicked inside Stevenson. Back to Szoboszlai. Ball played off Mohamed Salah though. It'll be an AC Milan goal kick. So how do we feel about the defending there? It was obviously a very good counter-attack from Milan. And Christian Pulisic played a great ball down the left channel. And Rafael's pace obviously burst into the Liverpool half. Just feel between the angle that Virgil was at and Alisson, it just feels weak that we conceded from that position. But either way, it is what it is. It's pre-season. Craig, will there be player ratings for this game? No, we don't do player ratings for the pre-season games. We'd be there. It would be just too long of a bit of content, mate, because we're probably talking about 22 players or so, or 18 players. Dave's random video said, what's everyone watching this on? For me, mate, I have it on LFC TV on the Sky platform. So it's on my TV package. You know, we're here obviously talking about the goal from a Liverpool perspective, but give credit to Rafael for a very good finish. Marty said, putting Stevenson against the likes of Leo is a bit mad. Lads, it's pre-season. Chill. This is great experience for Stevenson, you know, because if you're going to play for a club like Liverpool, you're going to be up against competitors like Rafael. So this is invaluable learning at the top level as well. So always positives to be taken from it. Yes, conceding's never great, but, you know, if Stevenson can get back into this game and try to hold his own, this will be a really valuable learning experience for him. Throw into Liverpool now on the far side of the pitch. Imagine any, like, I love how in the head of opposition fans we are, that in a pre-season friendly, right, a meaningless pre-season friendly, these feckers are on standby for when we concede the goal to come in and try to banter. That's the level we're working at, ladies and gentlemen. That even pre-season, people are looking for any reason to try and say, oh, look at the state of that. We're massive. Just WFM. Just remember that. We're fucking massive. Wirtz. Morton. Out to Stevenson. Ball back inside. Salah. Oh, he tries to square it back to Wirtz. He should have shot. It would have been 1-1. You can see the unselfishness of that from Mohamed Salah. He tried to square it back, but if he had just shot, we probably would have been 1-1. But again, carved AC Milan open. Good bit of play in and around the 18-yard box. No lie, Ellie said, I'm flattered by the hate for sure. Take it as a compliment, my friend. That's the way I do. I couldn't even tell you when other clubs are playing pre-season games, let alone be ready to jump and pounce into the chat if they concede. Right, Milan again looking to play out. Liverpool press up high and have won it back. Wirtz, Szoboszlai, back to Wirtz, out to young Rio. Tries to play it back inside to Florian Wirtz, but it's defended well. AC Milan do well, play it out off the Liverpool player, and that'll be an AC Milan goal kick. So 15 minutes, nearly 16 minutes into the game, it's Liverpool 0, AC Milan 1. That goal coming courtesy of Rafael. Mini Craig bust, yes. Well, someone offered to design them for us, so we thought, why not? We'll have a look at it. Liverpool with the ball back now inside their own half. Virgil van Dijk. Gravenberch. Inside to Virgil. Robbo. Tries to go over the top of the defender to get young Rio in behind. Again, well defended by AC Milan. Defender used his strength, held off Rio, and the ball goes behind for a goal kick. Again, I still don't understand why Salah didn't just pull the trigger there on his left foot. He's almost trying to be too kind to play it back to Florian Wirtz. Ball bounces over Andy Robertson's head. But Liverpool have won it back. Well played. Elliott now spreads the ball out right hand side. Little bit behind Salah, who has to scuttle back to get it. Salah now in possession. Little 1-2 with Wirtz. Well recovered by Stevenson. It's now with Ryan Gravenberch. Virgil van Dijk. Tyler Morton just inside the centre circle in the Milan half. Back to Stevenson. Virgil. Liverpool have bodies out on the left. Which eventually we play it out there to young Rio. Szoboszlai. Virgil. Tyler Morton. Liverpool moving it quickly now. Out right hand side to Mohamed Salah. Come on, boys. Gravenberch. Szoboszlai. Again, just trying to find space. Bit of a lazy ball. That's the Gravenberch. Has to scuttle a few yards behind to get it. Virgil now goes past a couple of men. Plays it to young Rio. Who's dispossessed. Trying to get past two players. Ball across. Rafael chested down edge of the box. Leo goes out wide left now. Liverpool get bodies back. Come on, boys. Milan down the right hand side. Szoboszlai's there. Steps across. Milan's turn out to just keep possession for a minute or two, moving the ball around. Liverpool's turn to chase. Come on, boys. Press, close down. Again, Milan's still in possession, but they're almost back in the halfway line now. Now they've a bit of space as they move it out left-hand side. Come on, boys. Where's the press? Let's go. Milan happy to just keep possession. Now they're back inside their own half. Keeping an eye on that defensive line, actually. Leo currently in between Gravenberch and Stevenson. Any chance we could see the game, lads, and not the crowd? That'd be lovely. Seeing just the balls and the fucking play. Any chance? Apparently the cameraman wants us to have a look at the crowd when the ball's in play. This is wonderful, thank you. Still in the crowd, by the way. We're still having a look at the crowd. Obviously, tribute for Diogo Jota around the 20-minute mark, but ball was in play, so could have waited till the ball went out, lads. But that was the tribute to Diogo there on the 20-minute mark. Yes, I know it's a tribute for Jota, but what were they showing me exactly? Because I didn't see too much, to be honest with you. Foul there on Szoboszlai in our own penalty area. Stevenson out. Slips it down the line looking for Salah. Times his run well. Oh, LeBron's down. LeBron's down with an injury. Took all of 21 minutes for Pulisic to pick up a knock. Got a boo-boo in the right ankle. Take the L on this one, Craig. For what? If there was supposed to be a tribute, I wasn't seeing it. I seen one banner being held up with Diogo Jota's name on it, but if I'm supposed to have seen something else, because they all had little squares that might have been supposed to hold up or something, but I wasn't seeing them. Were you? Who's LeBron? Sorry, I thought that was common knowledge. Christian Pulisic. There was an episode of Pawn Stars where there was a signed Christian Pulisic jersey came into the shop, and Corey said, "Oh, I know this guy. He's basically the LeBron James of soccer." So he'll forever be known as LeBron James in my mind. Christian Pulisic. They may have been singing, but you viewed the sound off. Correct. That's spot on, Steve. Yeah. For copyright reasons, mate, I always watch the games in silence. Oh, he wears the number 20. Better than Figo, don't you know? Lee, the injury to Joe Gomez was reported as an Achilles one, mate. An Achilles injury. No, Ekitike not on the bench today, Cormac, bro. I reckon Wednesday for the Yokohama Marinos game. Not on the bench today, though. Would have been lovely to see him, though. Right. We're underway again. Virgil. Morton. Ryan Gravenberch. Ball spread out left side there by Wirtz. Robertson. Verge. He pings a long ball out looking for Mohamed Salah. Ball goes out off the Milan player's head. Liverpool throw it, but the Milan player's down, I think, a heavy landing in all honesty. Went up, won the header with Mo. Kind of bounced off Mo a little bit and then had a bit of an awkward landing, but he's back up on his feet. Ryan Gravenberch, back to Virgil. Oh, heavy touch there. That's twice now in this game. Morton's had some questionable first touches. And this time it ends up in Milan getting a free kick because of the ball bouncing off him. This again, probably why we're seeing that Tyler Morton will be moved on eventually. Just still not quite up there to the same level as the lads in and around him. Salah to Gravenberch. Virgil under a bit of pressure, and again a bit of a heavy touch there from Virgil. Ball kind of got stuck under his feet. Alisson. Left footed this time out to Stevenson. Stevenson back to Gravenberch. Gravenberch steps inside past Rafael. Spreads a wonderful ball into space left side for young Rio. Up against Tomori, who's dealt with him well so far. Rio. Around the outside this time. Cuts back. Tries to square it back. It's blocked. Back again though. Strike. Oh! 1-1. Wow. Dominic Szoboszlai. Ooh. Can't even describe it. Worldy. Edge of the box basically, and just curls one into the top corner. Absolute sexy. That's all I can say to you. Delicious finish from Dom. 26 minutes on the clock and it's 1-1. What a finish though. And look, what a ball from Ryan Gravenberch into space to young Rio to open it all up. Absolutely phenomenal. Rio up against Tomori, goes outside, cuts back in, tries to square it, it's blocked, wins the second ball, plays it back to Dom. Oh, lads, we know what a great keeper Mannion is as well, but he couldn't do anything about this. Szoboszlai just placed it into the top corner, outside or inside of the foot, curling it away from the keeper. That's just an amazing finish. And Mannion's no slouch. He's a great goalkeeper. What a strike. Well done, boys. 1-1. Love that Diogo Jota patch that the boys have on as well. I think it's very well placed. Looks really nice. That was incredible. All the way from the one long ball from Gravenberch to Rio. Rio then lays it back to Dom, and Dom just caresses it, is the word I should probably use, into the far top corner. 1-1. Ball from Wirtz now, moved out left side to Rio again. Rio goes around. Strike! Ooh, saved. Well done, Rio. This time, Rio, bit of a step over, drop of the shoulder, strike early doors, keeper gets down and makes the save. But good direct play again there from young Rio. Liverpool have it back once again. Szoboszlai flicks it. Morton, Stevenson, out to Mohamed Salah. Salah curls one in. Oh! Ooh! Milan defended very well. Just get a flick. The lads are going through the gears now. Szoboszlai is playing really well. And they're all out there playing with a smile on their face. Speed of movement, ball in and around it. It's quick. It's one touch. It's gorgeous. Good strike there from Rio as well. Mannion forced to a save down to his left. Nice. This is exciting stuff. The funniness, though, of both goals coming from direct balls. Obviously, their goal, Pulisic down the left side to Leao, and Leao still with a lot to do. Ours as well. One long ball from Gravenberch. Rio then rolls it back and Szoboszlai cushions it in with a beautiful curved shot. But both of them just direct, quick switches. Wirtz now. Edge of the box. Oh, what a ball out to Salah right-hand side. Salah takes a touch. Curls it back to the other side of the penalty area. Tyler Morton has it now. This is delicious. Right, folks, 199 to go to 337,000. If you can hit that subscribe button, please do. You're very welcome along. The Reds in action in Hong Kong against AC Milan, currently 1-1. Milan opened the scoring through Rafa Leao. Liverpool equalised through Dominik Szoboszlai. Salah again curls a lovely ball in. Just a little bit too deep this time and it goes behind. But they're having fun out there. And I tell you what, I wish we didn't have to wear it because I wish the tragedy didn't happen. But that Diogo Jota little emblem there is very nice on the jersey. It's a lovely touch. Can my little brother Liam get a shout out? Of course he can. Liam, how are you, my friend? Hope you're enjoying the game. It's nice. It's nice. Virgil now in a bit of a foot race, but Alisson comes out, clears his lines. Morton to Stevenson, back to Virgil. Dreg Dillian said this is why Szoboszlai will get plenty of game time, absolute quality. Absolutely agree. I never had any doubt. You know what I said all the way through? I loved hearing from Dom that he's going to step up his levels. He's not giving up his spot, nor should he. This is brilliant. This is what competition will bring out in the squad. And you've seen Wirtz so far, lovely little touches in and around the edge of the box. But if you were to pick a player of this half from Liverpool, I think it's fair to say Szoboszlai be the one. Gravenberch to Morton, back to Stevenson, to Harvey Elliott. Elliott now, Salah, back to Stevenson. Harvey Elliott, he switches up the line of attack across to Virgil. To Tyler Morton now inside the centre circle. Love the way Wirtz let that go across his body. Slips it in. Elliott just goes a little bit wide. Salah. Oh, unlucky. Tries to pick out the far corner. Curls it just wide. But look at that footwork from Wirtz. Oh, anybody who thinks from an opposition fan perspective that Wirtz isn't going to tear up the Prem, best of luck. He's absolutely phenomenal. The footwork is just one touch, rolls his player, and he's away. Gone. Yard of pace, gone. Rolls it to Elliott. Elliott's gone a little bit wide, pulls it back to Salah, and his curler goes just wide. I think we're having a water break, ladies and gentlemen. Cooling break inside the stadium. Wow. This is exciting. I'm enjoying this. So what are we thinking then? We're having a water break. So what are we thinking? 31, almost 32 minutes in. Lallana-esque, I like that, Jeremie, but a little bit more. Yep. his brain works so quickly. You can see he knows what he's doing before he even gets the ball. It's lovely to see the footwork. It's not very often we speak about footwork from players, but his footwork's phenomenal. Dominic Szoboszlai scored, Jake, and what a goal it was as well, my man. Is Wirtz good so far? Yes. He is. For me, though, if you want to pick a player for the first half, I don't know if everybody would agree with me. So far, I'd give that to Dominic Szoboszlai. Apart from, obviously, the wonderful goal that he scored, he's been everywhere. Everywhere. Someone said Leao was scary, but we're doing well. He's a big dude as well, isn't he? So we always knew Rafa Leao, obviously, talented player, but he's a big physical lad as well. Big lump of a fella. Rio's incredible. Thank God our academy is so good. Top work from our academy. Nobody else developing him over the years, said Connor. Yeah, our academy, Chelsea, didn't do that really. It was all us, wasn't it? Craig, did you see that the Lions have won the series? I knew the only thing I'd seen from the Lions game was that Australia had scored the first try. That was it. That was just after I'd gotten up. Milan now on the attack down the right-hand side. Loftus-Cheek, ball in. Alisson gets down and claims it, but Rafa Leao has his hands up on the far side saying, why didn't you play me in? Quick ball out now to Mohamed Salah. He cuts back, needs some support, plays the ball in, but it's cleared by Milan. Only as far as... Hang on, did Trainee only just come on? I'm confused. Did they only just come on? I think Morton off, Trainee only on, or am I imagining that? So it is Tyler Morton off, Trainee only on. Nice. I'm a huge fan of Trey. Or sorry, to give him his full name, Trey Morris. Wonderful kid, wonderful player. Oh, Milan have a chance here unless Liverpool get bodies back. Pulisic now. Strike. Oh, had Alisson scurrying across, but it's dragged just wide of Alisson's right-hand post. Tom said if we do lose Diaz, at least we've potentially Rio come through the ranks. He's making a former England international centre-back look way off it in Tomori. I think Tomori's done all right with him, to be fair, but I agree about young Rio, Tom. Yeah, him and Gakpo as options on the left, as well as obviously Wirtz maybe playing there. Ugo, knowing that he can drop out left as well. LFC commentators were bamboozled too. I know they had a water break, but I didn't pay attention to see a sub or anything. I looked up and I said to myself, I'm sure that's Trey Leone out there. Stevenson. Back to Grafenberg. Alisson. 5,000 people in the chat for a pre-season friendly. Absolute legends. Welcome along, folks. Thank you for being with us. If you can't, do hit that subscribe button though. Let's see if we can get to 337,000. Right, on the attack, Salah. Elliott, little bit too much adrenaline there flowing through Harvey. Tries to play the ball back and it goes behind. It'll be an AC Milan goal. Kick, 36 minutes on the clock in Hong Kong. Liverpool 1, Milan 1. If you're joining us late, Milan opened the scoring with a very well taken goal from Rafa Leao with the assist from Christian Pulisic. Liverpool's goal scored by Dominic Szoboszlai, assist from young Rio. Leone, back to Virgil. Out to young Rio. Cuts inside. Lovely ball to Wirtz. Off. Penalty. How is that not a penalty? So Wirtz, or was it Robertson? I think it was Robertson, was it? Little drop of the shoulder. Surely should have been Liverpool penalty. Robbo's not happy, telling the referee to F off. Should have been a penalty. I don't understand that. So Rio plays the ball in. Robbo, that is a penalty every day of the week. I don't know. It's only pre-season. Not going to cry about it, but feel like it should have been a penalty. Cyberfleet, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, mate. Again, Liverpool working hard out of possession here to win the ball back. Still think we're okay to win a centre-back. Well stocked, said Whitehammer. Look, the conversation isn't going to change. We obviously need a centre-back, but like we're hardly going to get one in the last 24 hours. We'll get the centre-back that we need in. I have every faith in that, but at the moment, look, we're down some players. There's no Diaz, no Darwin, obviously. Joe Gomez isn't there. No Ugo Ekitike yet. No Alexis McAllister. Rafael now in possession for Milan. Again, press comes on from Liverpool. Milan move the ball out left-hand side. Leao, he's dispossessed by Trainioni, but Milan have it back and they go back to Mannion. Tipsy Dipsy said, morning Craig, I'm not surprised you don't do morning streams, mate. Your hair just shines even brighter and it's distracting me from the game. Well, I've got long hair today. I haven't shaved it yet. This is me with long hair. A little bit of stubble on it. I've had 2 cups of coffee now though, Tipsy Dipsy. I'm sort of awake. Allison comes out, clears his lines, ball goes out left side. Where's Maka? He's a little bit behind in his pre-season schedule, so may expect to see Maka get some minutes on Wednesday against Yokohama Marinos, but yeah, he was a bit later back than the others, so probably just a little bit behind in his prep. Right, 40 minutes up. It is 1-1 in Hong Kong. Virgil in possession for the Reds. We need Endo at centre-back. He's unwell today. Endo was sick, so he's not available. Neone. Stevenson. Back to Neone. Lovely little pirouette from him inside to Soboslai. Much love, Cyberflea. Thank you, bro. Been watching for 2 years, showing my support, and it's greatly appreciated, sir. Thank you. I definitely know you've been around a long time. It's a very distinctive account name. Out left side to Rio. Yes, look at that. Drop of the shoulder. Defender's gone. Ball pulled across and it's cleared. But again, Rio shown he can take on defenders and leave them over 2-3 yards even. Oh, he was the number 20. So people asking about Kerkez and Frimpong. We'll see them in the second half. Rio again, edge of the box here. He's dispossessed. Ball to Wirtz. Ooh! Strike Salah. Oh! Drags it wide. Unlucky boys. So yeah, he's on the bench for those asking. Our bench is Woodman, Mamardashvili, Kanade, Jones, Gakpo, Costas, Doak, Kerkez, Frimpong, Bradley. Obviously, Neone was on the bench, but he's on now. So we will see Frimpong and Kerkez. This has been an enjoyable first 45. Liverpool's high press again, doing well. Trainioni. Oh, he's dispossessed. Referee says no free kick. This referee just doesn't like giving fouls, does he? Liverpool defended well though. Dominic Szoboszlai, great tracking back. Raphael squared the ball inside, hoping an AC Milan player was going to be there, but Dominic Szoboszlai was busting a gut to get back. That was a foul, by the way, referee. He took the man, didn't get any of the ball, and the referee waves play on. Craig, where do you get your timer from? I'm not telling you that. That's an industry secret. It's one of the hardest things to get in our industry, believe it or not, is the timer. But we had to program our own one. So I guess I did tell you. Marcus said, love your graphics. Are you going to keep them for 25-26? Milan on the attack. Alisson makes the save. Don't know. Don't know if we're going to make a slight change. Don't know. Haven't decided yet. We're still discussing it. We usually change it every season, but we're not sure because we really like it as well. Where's Endo? He's sick, mate. He's sick. So no Maka today, no Endo today, no Gomez today. Two of them ill, one of them with an injury. Gomez flown back to the UK. No Diaz and no Darwin. I'm not sure if there's been an explanation for that, but I think we can read between the lines. The first shot was Robbo. Wow. I know, I thought it was Wirtz at first till I seen the replay. But yeah, what a volley it was from Robbo. But yeah, assumed it was Wirtz at first and then looked back up and saw, was that Andy Robertson? Szoboszlai. Lovely little ball around the corner from Wirtz. Nonchalant trying to play in Rio, but Milan had the defenders back. We're into the last minute of normal time here at the end of the first 45. 1-1 as it stands in Hong Kong. Saunders said Leo, Barcola instead of Rodrigo and Isak on top. There's not a chance in hell Raphael will come to Liverpool because he doesn't work hard enough off the ball for us. He's a great player. I've said this so many times, but there's no way Arne Slot would bring him in because he doesn't work hard enough off the ball and he's too inconsistent. And Barcola, I don't want Bradley Barcola in all honesty. So wasteful. I know you're going to say to me, Craig, he scored a load of goals or whatever, but every time I watch Barcola, I feel frustrated because he just wastes so many chances. Right, 1 minute was added on here at the end of the first half. We've had half of that already. Milan, bit of space now to switch it out left side, which they do. Ball played off Virgil. Alisson. Liverpool struggling to clear it, and eventually there's a free kick in there. Ali does well, makes a save. Referee comes across as there was a challenge on Virgil that was high. Virgil's down holding his face at the minute. Still holding his face, Virgil. Hopefully he's okay. Liverpool medical team on there. Let's have a little look at Virg. We're right on the edge of half-time anyway, but hopefully it's okay for Virg. Just having a chat with the medical team now. Certainly nothing intentional in there. It was a connection from, I think, a Milan player and Alisson on Virgil. Yeah, certainly nothing intentional anyway. Big man back up on his feet. Good to see. Aaron David Gooding, that's so kind of you, mate. Thank you. I really do appreciate your comment. Thank you, mate. Right, the big man's back up. Arne out there showing Kerkez a couple of moves at the minute. Big fish, little fish, cardboard box. And the referee immediately blows up for half time. Why didn't he just fucking do that anyway? Anyway, it's half time in Hong Kong, ladies and gentlemen. Liverpool 1, AC Milan 1. Milan opened the scoring through Rafa Leão. Liverpool equalised through Dominic Szoboszlai. Let's get into the chat and see how we're feeling. How many more signings do you think we will have and who's on your list? 2/3 more signings. And who's on my list? I think you know who's on my list up top. Centre-back wise, it depends on the Canade situation. But love Mark Gay, wouldn't say no to him. Wouldn't mind a young centre-back if Canade stays. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe this Achilles injury to Gomez will be a wake-up call for the Reds as well. Maybe they'll think, right, we need to get moving. Because you're all right. We need a centre-back. There's no denying that. But I'm sure that the club have it in hand. Dusk said Rio is an exceptional talent. He's awesome, dude. Awesome. And I think he's ready for this season after watching a few games of him in pre-season. Hopefully Arne feels the same. Enrique made Dembele press. Maybe Slot makes Leão. He won't be coming. Don't even get your hopes up on Rafa Leão. It's just another name that doesn't have any credibility to the idea of it. Great player, though. I think we'll all say Rafa Leão in full flow is an excellent footballer. Laszlo, Sabo, how are we, sir? Fellow Baldy, much love, bro. Appreciate you. Stargirl said, I feel that Slot has got a team of players who can play in different positions and tactics. It will keep us and our opponents guessing how will they play. I agree. And that's what I've been saying all summer, Stargirl. People talking about, will Dom get enough minutes? Who will play here? Who will play there? The flexibility, like you've seen today, even in pre-season, certainly is going to be a major aspect, both positionally, tactically, and squad-wise. So I agree. Very good comment. Danny, how are we, dude? Danny Bingham, 8-month member, but long time viewer, Danny. Rio versus Yamal for the future Ballon d'Ors. Wirtz, Brill. The Master Music said, we probably need to look into centre-back and CDM for depth. So, I think it might come down to whether Trainioni is ready. So, I'm fearing that Bajcetic isn't going to be ready. You know, this is halfway through pre-season and he's still not there. Tyler Morton isn't good enough, respectfully, and will probably move on. But don't rule out Nioni, because what I'm reading from pre-season and the training has been that Arne has been hugely impressed by Rio and Trey. Obviously, Stevenson doing very well for himself as well, but I wonder will we see Trey Nioni given that chance to be Ryan Gravenberg light, if you want to call it that. USA Cop Bites, and I watched the Real Madrid stream and they are saying hand us everything, they're finished. Nice, I like that, I'll take that. Dusk said Trey Nioni's also brilliant. He's really good footballer, Trey. So yeah, look, I've always said this. If Arne is going to say to us, this guy, whether it's Bajcetic, whether it's Trey, is going to be the Ryan backup, cool. I've absolutely no problem with that as a fan. But I tell you what, I'm excited. It's been a very good look in the first 45. Get to see Wirtz, Robbo looking sharp as well. But would you all agree with me? Player of the first half, Szoboszlai? Would we agree with that? I think Dom's looked incredibly sharp and worked really hard. Very impressed with him getting back as well to clear that ball, pulled back by Rafa Leão in our 18-yard box. That was great tracking back from Dom. Do a poll. Yeah, cool. We'll do a poll. Half time. No problem. We'll start that. So give me some suggestions then for your player of the first half. Right, so we'll start with Dom, obviously. So Soboslai, Rio. We got Rio. Rio's done well. Grav. Yeah, I think Grav should be in there as well. That's a good shout. Grav's look good. One more. Need one more name. We'll throw Wirtz in because who doesn't want to vote on Wirtz? Let's be honest. Yeah, Robbo could be in there, but, you know, I'm being greedy and throwing Wirtz in. So there you go. Player of the first half. Soboslai, Rio, Grafenbuch, Wirtz. We can only have 4. You could put Robbo in there, absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. But I put Wirtz in as the last one. Look at this gobshite drawing against Milan. Ha ha ha. You are an arsehole. Ha ha ha. Fuck me. Pre-season game and we're still living rent-free in your stupid little head, mate. It's hilarious. I love it. We was poor. You don't know what you're talking about. You can do one as well. Not putting up with any stupidity. Don't care. It's not welcome. And if you think that was a poor 45 minutes, you don't know football, mate. You haven't got a Scooby-Doo what you're talking about. It's a pre-season game, and if you didn't look at that and think that there were absolute moments of magic, football ain't for you. Go find another sport. How do you think Wirtz has played? He was good. You know, not. I feel like there's more gears for Florian to go through. I was really impressed in that first half with Rio. That ball from Gravenberch as well, that set free Rio for our goal, who squared back to Soboslai. I thought that ball was incredible. I thought Salah looked good, looked sharp out there, always taking up good spaces on the right-hand side as well. And I like the switches of play that we're doing. Salah's playing very, very wide, holding that touchline. Inside on top of that, I thought Tyler Morton was okay, although we did have 2 times he was caught in possession. Robbo's looked very good. But for me, player of the first half, if for what it's worth, would be Dominic Soboslai by a long way. Yeah, anybody who's looking for answers in pre-season, I think you're looking too deep into this. Pre-season's just about building up those connections around the pitch, getting minutes in the legs, obviously working through some patterns of play that they would have done in training, but the results aren't important. What's important is you get the minutes in the legs, obviously no injuries, and build up some of these relationships around the pitch. But I'm intrigued for the second half now as well, because we're going to have Kerkez, Frimpong, and I'm expecting some long bursting runs in the second half. How we conceded that goal. It was a really good bit of play from Milan. We were turned over possession in their penalty area. Christian Pulisic got the ball, played a ball down the left channel to Rafael. Rafael basically was pushed out left by Virgil, but lifted it into the roof of the net past Alisson. It was basically just a quick counter-attacking goal. Similar to our own one. Our own goal came with a long ball into the channel to Rio. Rio squares the ball back to Dom, and Dom curls it into the corner. Can't wait for the start of the season. We're playing well with new additions, said Julie Murray. Yeah, I'm buzzing, Julie. Can't wait. Obviously, we've got a game on Wednesday, which I won't be able to cover. But then we've got the double header against Athletic Club Bilbao. And then the Community Shield against Crystal Palace. Oh, he wears the number 20. Rio is a baller, said Jaspel. Alisson should have saved the shot. He went down too early. Look, again, I get where you're coming from. It's okay to have an opinion, definitely. But I wouldn't stress about it too much. That pitch looks a little bit hard out there to me as well. So I just hope we get through the games without injuries. That's all I look for in pre-season. Obviously, you want to see some cool patterns of play. But for me, it's just no injuries, please. That's my first hope in all these games. Carl, I'm not happy Salah hasn't scored. Only joking. Monkstown Glass, how are we do? Nice to see you in. And Mark Torrance said, young Rio is looking unreal so far in pre-season. If we end up selling Diaz, I hope we can put our trust in him instead of buying another winger. So, for what it's worth, Mark, this is obviously me guessing, but it feels like the eggs are in the Isak basket at the minute. He's already turned down Saudi now, so that won't be an option for Newcastle to flog him there. So it'll either be he stays at Newcastle or he comes to Liverpool. And if we don't move or get Isak, I would expect Liverpool to look at a wide player then probably. Whether that's Rodrigo, I don't know. Whether that's Malik Fofana. But I think if I'm judging the chat right, people want the centre-back in next, and I totally understand that as well. What channel is it on? It's on the LFC TV, and it's also on All Red on Liverpool's streaming platform. Aki Baki said, me and my family were trying to get tickets to the United game and to your show, but the lack of direct flights from Sweden has hindered this. So sad right now. Love anyways. Oh, thank you, man. That would have been awesome to see you. Just in case you don't know, by the way, we are going to donate all of the revenue from our ticket sale, all of our revenue from our ticket sales for our last ever stage show. We're going to donate that to the fund for Joe's wheelchair. Trying to get Joe that £7,000 to get that wheelchair basketball chair. And whilst they won't cover all of it, we hope it makes a dent in the money that we're trying to raise for Joe. Alex Scott said, Gay or Cresswell to come in this summer if Canade doesn't sign a deal. Top class DM would take pressure off the defence. Fabinho is like a brick wall. Well, Grafenberg is that guy, Brian, to be fair. I'm intrigued, though. If Trey Leone is going to be the backup this season, I'm honestly all right with that, personally, but we have to wait and see. Do you know when the new kit sponsor kicks in? Yeah, 1st of August, mate. 1st of August. So what have we got now? 6 days. We should see that kit. And just in case you didn't hear this already, I'm sure you probably have, but just in case you didn't, Paul Gorst wrote to say, when Liverpool's new kits are launched on August the 1st, players will display their own tribute with a specially made Forever 20 emblem imprinted into their shirts and stadium jackets, which will remain in place for the season. As well as that, Liverpool have commissioned the sculpture to be made in honour of Diogo Jota outside Anfield, and as I said, the players will remember their colleague by wearing a patch throughout the season. So, lovely gesture that from the club, and yeah, I think it looks lovely on the shirt there, the one that they have at the minute as well. Sonder said Rodrigo wants 500k a week and his father was a pain. Well, I can tell you categorically he won't be getting that at Liverpool. And that's why I kept saying to people that I feel like the likes of Fofana is far more attainable, because regardless of the transfer fee, the wage packet will be a hell of a lot less. So I'd imagine you get Fofana in for 60, 80 grand a week, something like that. Whereas you're talking Rodrigo, even 300 grand a week is too much. So opinions on Wirtz. I love him, Dave. I love him. And the footwork's incredible. And the quickness of thought and possession is incredible. And, you know, when we see the strongest Liverpool 11 altogether out there on the pitch for a game, it's going to be impressive. What's this? Craig Hope said, Alexander Isak left Newcastle training midweek after 5 minutes. Subsequent scans showed there was no injury. He has communicated to the Newcastle hierarchy, the staff at the training ground, and his teammates that he wants to move on from Newcastle. And that's coming from Craig Hope, the Newcastle correspondent for the Daily Mail. So, as you can see, Isak's trying to do his best to get the move. Liverpool waiting in the wings, ready. So, let's wait and see what happens. Canade and Costas at centre-back in the second half. Thank you, Connor, for sending that in. So, Canade and Costas at centre-back second half. Why isn't Nunez on the bench? Probably for the same reason Diaz isn't on the bench, my friend. Likely to be sold. I've been saying to people all summer, a lot of people didn't want to hear it, but I said to you, Darwin is getting sold. And I know people wanted to keep him, some people, but I can only tell you what I know, and I've always said to you, don't expect Darwin to stay. He's going to be sold. Diaz, that's a fluid situation. If Liverpool get the offer from Bayern Munich, and I think the fact he's not playing today should maybe give us an indication that that could be in realistic territory now. You know, I can't see any other reason from not playing there. I think Rodrigo's unnecessarily, personally, with how Rio's looking, and Gakpo, maybe Wirtz, Ekitike to play there, were stocked enough. I think we need another forward of some variety, whether it's a striker, another striker or not. But let's be honest, we know they want Isak, so it's no point in dancing around that one. Right, we're about to get underway in the second half, ladies and gentlemen. We will try our best to figure out the team and take you through it. We're underway. Frimpong's playing on the right-hand side anyway, I can tell you that much. So we're underway, second 45. For those asking about Ugo Ekitike, remember he joined up with the squad quite late, so still finding his place, still training. So I would imagine you may see him on Wednesday. Milan have a change of keeper as well, I think, at half time. So Gakpo on for Liverpool left side. Woodman on. Kerkez on. Kanade on. Leone now. Slips the ball inside. So we're still trying to figure this out and get to grips with Liverpool's team here. Kerkez, or Frimpong, excuse me. Gakpo needs a bit of help. Cody Gakpo spins one way, then the other. Goes out right-hand side to Jeremie Frimpong. Back to Gakpo. Strike! Ooh. Cut across it, trying to curl it into that far top corner, but a little bit too high from Cody Gakpo. Loads of the reports, by the way, have said Gakpo's been really sharp in training. So Costas on will be playing at centre-back with Kanade. Frimpong out on the right, Gakpo on the left. Kerkez left back as well. Look at that, well done Milos. Tracking back, puts the ball out for Milan throw-in. Frimpong's on the far right-hand side, mate. He is on the pitch. He's playing basically right wing. How are the new players so far? Well, we only really seen Wirtz in the first 45. And he did very well. But we've just got Kerkez and Frimpong on now for the second half. So it's Costas left side centre-back, Kanade right side centre-back. Is Bradley on? Can anybody just confirm that one to me? Is Bradley on? I think that's Bradley, is it? Or is that Stevenson? I can't see on the far side of the pitch. Steve said Bradley is on. Cool. Thank you, mate. Yeah, he's on a right back then. Cool. Couldn't see across the far side. So, right, then to take you through, it's Woodman in goal, Kerkez left back, Bradley right back, centre-back pairing of Kanade and Costas, midfield of Trainioni, Curtis Jones. Who's the other body in midfield? Sorry, I'm missing one midfielder. And then right side Frimpong, left side Gakpo. I'm still trying to figure this out. Who's central? Who's central through the middle? Up top? Oh, it's Giorgi in goal, is it? I'm sure the graphic said Woodman. I'm sure that the Liverpool graphic said Woodman came on, but Yeah, it would be nice if the club could tell us who's playing, Connor, wouldn't it? It'd be lovely if we got a graphic to tell us who's on where in the second half. Yeah, that looks like Giorgi Mamardashvili to me, lad. So I'm going to say that's Mamardashvili and not Woodman in goal. Gakpo, back to Kerkez. Oh, Doak is through the middle. Ah, cool, thank you. So Ben Doak's through the middle, that makes sense. Thank you for that. Right, now I'm getting to grips with it. So Jones, Neoni, Gravenberg. Okay, now I've got it. Thank you. So yeah, Doak through the middle. Canade in possession. Bit of pressure on him, so he turns back around, gives it to Costas. To Curtis Jones. Jones turns inside, then drops his shoulder and goes back outside. Kerkez, Jones. Good ball inside. To Costas. Canade. Back to Costas. Costas pings one out left-hand side. Gravenberg chests it, brings it down. Ryan's dispossessed. Well done though, Trainee only steps in, puts in a challenge, puts it out for Milan throw-in. Right, so let's run through the team then. I think I've got the grips of it now. Giorgi Mamardashvili in goal. Bradley right back. Kerkez left back. Canade and Costas in the centre-back positions. Midfield of Gravenberg, Trainee only and Curtis Jones. Right side, Jeremie Frimpong. Left side, Cody Gakpo and Ben Doak through the centre. So that's how we're lining up here at the minute. David, I did hear about Joe, mate, and hopefully it's nothing too serious, but if nothing else, mate, it's a wake-up call, isn't it? Here goes Rafa Leao again. Bradley trying to get back at him. Leao squares it back inside. 2-1 Milan. Loftus-Cheek, I think this one. Leao, again, the danger man. His pace in behind opens up Liverpool. Squared back inside then. And Loftus-Cheek side foots it past Mamardashvili to make it 2-1 Milan. And again, it was that quick counter-attack from AC Milan. Bit of luck for the ball to break to them, but then they played it into the left channel and Leao's pace just takes him past Bradley. He then squares it inside to Loftus-Cheek. Again, ball rolls across his body and he tucks it inside. Past, it is Freddie Woodman, is it? No, it's Mamardashvili, lads. I can't get the grips with these. Doesn't help when we don't see the numbers properly. It is Mamardashvili. We see a close-up there now. It is Giorgi Mamardashvili in goal. Again, two very sharp counter-attacking goals there from AC Milan, both utilising the pace of Rafa Leao. Costas now to Canade. So yeah, Liverpool eventually get the graphic right and tell us that it's Mamardashvili in goal and not Woodman. Come on, boys. Oh, pressing too hard. Free kick AC Milan. HRS said Canade should be doing better, and I honestly think Allison saves that we need to switch on defensively. This is why we need a new centre-back, Craig. So look, I don't disagree we need a new centre-back, ladies and gentlemen, and I don't disagree that Canade at times isn't switched on enough. I've said this for a long time about Canade. he has lots and lots of great attributes, but he also has the ability to not be focused. So, you're not getting any disagreement from me about needing a centre-back, but, we are where we are. And if there is mistakes to be making, let them be made in pre-season. Your numbers don't align with SofaScore, unfortunately. I don't care. What SofaScore are doing, to be honest, mate. Everybody wants to be a critic, don't they? You have a pop at it, mate. When Liverpool aren't even telling you who's in which position. It's very difficult, and I'm very grateful for Connor for the work he's doing in the background to keep us as up to date as we are. Cross in from Frimpong, deep. Too much on it, goes behind, goal kick. Sky Sports app is showing as Woodman in goal. Well, they're wrong. And I don't blame anybody for being wrong, to be fair, because Liverpool put out the number of Woodman and said it was Woodman on, but it isn't, it's Mamardashvili. So, yeah. Again, it's difficult for everybody. It doesn't matter what size of an outlet you are. If you're not getting the information on who's playing where, it's difficult to guess. And it doesn't help as well that the numbers on the back of the shirts today aren't very visual. It's tough to see who's who. Gravenberch to Jones. Out to Frimpong, wide right. $87 subscribers to go, folks, to get to 337. Can we do it on the stream? If you haven't, please do hit that subscribe button. Hopefully we can find a way to level this one up. Costas to Canade. Frimpong. Connor Bradley. Back to Ibu. Costas. Gravenberch. Gravenberch out left side now to Costas. Costas to Cody Gakpo. Cody skips inside into his right foot. Puts in a deep cross. Headed away by Milan. Edge of the box. Jones wins back possession. Out to Jeremie Frimpong. Frimpong puts in a cross. Blocked by the Milan player. It's back with Jeremie though. Canade. To Costas. Costas to Cody. Gravenberch. Space there, look. Too slow. Bradley's in space, wanting it. Costas. Out to Gakpo. Kerkez. Costas does well to keep possession. Leone. Jones back to Canade. Out left now to Milos Kerkez. Cody Gakpo. Jones, reverse ball to Gakpo. Back in. Go on, hit it. Oh, dude, hit it. Trainee only had a great chance. He just didn't hit it. Frimpong, round the outside. Reverses it back. But it's gone out of play. Goal kick. That was very unlucky. Trainee only did really well. It opened up in front of him. I don't know why he didn't pull the trigger and take a shot. But it was good footwork nonetheless from the youngster. Kyle said, afternoon Craig, love the videos mate. Do you think if we get Isak in we still have enough for a second centre back? Oh god, yes. Yes. And yes, I'm happy to give your brother Harvey a shout out, mate. Harvey, how are we? Oh yeah, look, centre back's going to be gotten and needs to be gotten, and I promise you if it isn't gotten for some whatever reason, I'll be equally as unhappy as everybody else because it's needed, definitely. Leo with a little flick inside. Now Milan have opened up a bit of space in this right channel. Liverpool getting bodies back. 3-1. That's a great counter-attacking goal for Milan. Credit where it's due. That was an incredible counter-attacking goal. Sailormaker's down the right-hand side, squares it back in, and it's buried and it's 3-1. That was really good counter-attacking football from Milan. Credit where it's due. All came a flick inside, and then the ball is moved into the right channel where there's acres of space. They bomb down that right-hand side, square it back in, and it's a beautiful first-time finish. It's a good goal, that. That's a good finish. You ain't saving that one. John said, why is Costa still here? Not Liverpool level. I think he will go before the window shut, but where was the amount of space on our left side there for Milan to attack was worrying how much space there was, but it was still a very good counter-attack and a fantastic finish. Credit Milan for that goal. His face, it's just pre-season, you said. You are, Phil Bright, a gimp, mate. My face what? Did you not hear the words out of my face saying, well done, Milan? You're trying to find things that aren't there, mate. I don't give a shit if we lose this game 9-1. It's irrelevant to me. It's pre-season. I couldn't give a fuck about the score. Like I said before the game, for me it's about getting little pockets of play and not getting an injury. Simple as that. We'll all see who'll be crying when the season starts and the Reds are top of the league, bro. So get your digs in now, because it's going to be hilarious when you're all cry arse and when we march to another title. But promise you, pre-season results don't bother me one bit. Gravenberch, edge of the box, out to Frimpong. And they especially don't bother me when we've half a team missing. So I really haven't bothered. Costas to Gakpo. And like I said earlier on as well, it always amazes me that you lads are so butthurt about what we've done that you're in pre-season friendly games for a club you don't support. I don't even know who our opposition... Oh, bar rattled. Strike from distance there, bar rattled from Liverpool. I don't even know who other teams are playing in pre-season, let alone be lurking in the comments of every video. That's weird behaviour. Oof. Crossbar rattled from Gravenberch. A lot of movement on it. Keeper was beating all ends up and, yeah, unlucky. Tyler Morton's back on. So Morton's back on now to replace Gravenberch. Triple change happening here from Milan as well. Estupinan, Chukwueze and Bondo coming on from Milan. Where's the smirk gone? In pre-season? You lads are a special breed of weird, I swear to God. I love it. I love how tin pot all of you lads are in the comments. All the opposition club fans. You're living and breathing off our pre-season. We are fucking massive. I keep underestimating how big we are. And how much everybody lives and breathes off what we're doing. It's crazy. Do you not understand how embarrassing this is for you? Smirk's back, but because of you guys, because I didn't realise how sad you actually are. Wow. That's nuts. Go have a wank or something, lads. Honestly, do something nice. Milan on the attack inside the penalty area. Liverpool have bodies back and it ends up with a goal kick to the Reds. Craig, you're starting to sound like a Madrid fan. What the fuck are you on about, you freak? let's talk about this logically. We're in pre-season and you're so concerned about us that you're in our comments. Frimpong, unlucky, shot saved. That's weird behaviour, honestly. I love it. I love it. Bro getting rage baited. No, I'm just laughing at the stupidity of you little freaks. It's hilarious. It's not getting rage baited. You're just all dopes. That's the fun of it. Like, I keep underestimating how scared you are. It's brilliant. Keep going. Corner to Liverpool. If you think you're winning in this exchange, brilliant. I know who's winning because you're scared. It's hilarious. Chef's kiss. And like I said, I know I'll be smiling when the season's underway. Don't you worry about that. That was really unlucky from Frimpong as well, by the way. Cost us. 25 to go. Craig, is Gay the best centre-back option? It depends, Jed, on what happens with Canade. Look, I'd love Mark Gay regardless of what happens with Canade, mate. I think he'd be a good player to bring in, but I think the plan was to bring in a young centre-back to replace Kwanzaa. But again, I'm not inside the camp, so I'm kind of guessing here. It just feels like we're waiting for Canade to commit his future or not. And then we'll know whether we need the likes of a Gay or we can go with a young centre-back again. But I wouldn't mind bringing in Mark Gay one way or the other. You know, I think he'd be a good acquisition. I think he'd be a good fit as well. The legend said, aren't Chelsea interested in Milan's keeper? So I'm not sure if their interest has ended, but before the Club World Cup, they were looking to bring in Mannion, who I think, if I'm not mistaken, has 1 year to go on his Milan deal. I don't know if Chelsea's interest is still there, but they certainly did try to sign him before the Club World Cup. David Cross, thank you, my friend. Appreciate you, sir. Everton is in for Fofana. Yeah, I think we'll be safe there, to be honest with you. Ben said, Craig, do you still think we need another forward if Isak comes when Diaz and Nunes go? You could make the argument, but the truth is I don't know. The way I'm thinking about it is it's probably going to be 4 forwards we've lost, and we've brought in Ugo Ekitike. If you bring in Isak, that's 2 in, even allowing for young Rio. You could definitely make the argument that another young wide player wouldn't be out of the question. Canade, the Frimpong, Jones, Costas, the Kerkez, back to Costas. Is Gomez injury serious? Not sure, to be honest, mate. Just know he's flown home with what was the injury again? It wasn't a thigh, it was a Achilles injury. So don't know if it's serious or not yet, but serious enough that he went home from the squad anyway. No, we have Rio. Please read my comment. We love Rio, but like I've said, we lose 4 is 2 enough to bring in, even allowing for young Rio. You could definitely make the argument that it is. I'm just playing devil's advocate here a little bit, but I'm absolutely fine for young Rio to be given chances this season. No problem with that at all. Offside flag goes up there against Liverpool. We are halfway through the second half. It's Liverpool 1, AC Milan 3. No, Zumzi, not doing player ratings, mate. It'd be too long a video. You know, we'll have to go through, 18, 19 players. So, no, we will be doing a news video, though. So, after the game, give me about 20 minutes and we'll put up a news video. And then I'll be back tonight at 8:30. Spartan said, as a Scotland fan, I want to see Doak be back up this season. I don't think he will be, to be honest with you, mate. I think keep an eye on the likes of Crystal Palace and Nottingham Forest. who are interested in Ben Doak. Obviously, I totally get where you're coming from as a Scotland fan, but I do think Doak will be sold this summer. Milan in possession, right hand side here. Doak again. It's weird seeing him central, but he's not really having much of the ball, to be fair. Craig, how long will you be doing YouTube for? I reckon I've probably got 3 years left. So yeah, the plan is 3 to 5 years max, and then call it a day. But sure, we'll see what happens. Did Gomez go to Asia? He did, mate, but he went home with what was it again? An Achilles injury. Sorry, went home with an Achilles injury, so isn't there today. Obviously, no Maka in the squad, no Darwin in the squad, no Diaz in the squad, no Endo in the squad today. He's ill. For me, all I hope for in these preseason games is Liverpool just not to pick up an injury. That's my biggest hope in all these games. Obviously, you'd love to see patterns of playing some good goals and stuff, but fitness is the most important thing. The real Johnny Sins, Everton advancing for Malik Fofana. Yeah, that's basically... Look, if Everton get a free run at them, they might sign him, but... Romano said, exclusive, Everton in advanced talks to sign Malik Fofana from Olympique Lyon. Official bid submitted and clubs now in direct talks with official Everton contact with players camp. Everton discussing personal terms with Fofana. Talks underway. That would be an interesting one, wouldn't it? If Everton got Fofana. But like I've said, if Liverpool aren't pushing here, it's pretty clear we're not interested, right? So that's why I'm relaxed about it. If Liverpool sit back and don't try for Fofana, then we'll know he wasn't on the list. And by the way, what we haven't seen yet is that the player wants to make the move. You can agree a deal with the clubs, but obviously they probably would make a bid unless they had some engagement with the player. Am I the only one who would prefer to sign Cresswell instead of Gay up the Reds? I don't know enough about him, mate, to be honest with you. I know he's, 22? Just won the Euro under 21s with England again. Plays for Toulouse. That's about all I know, mate. It went from Leeds, I think. Any chance we sign Collins? That's gone really quiet, Wirtz editor, mate. That one's really, really quiet. Not seen much at all on Nathan Collins over the last week or two. Will there be penalties today? Oh, I don't know. I don't believe so. I certainly am aware of it, but what's the minimum prices you would take for Nunes and Diaz? Diaz, 65 to 70 million. Excuse me, I need to sneeze. Hang on. Oh, no, I didn't need to sneeze. 65, 70 million pound for Diaz and Darwin. Apparently the club are looking for 70 million pound, and I think that's too much, but what would I take? 50, 55? This game shows we need Gay. It's a pre-season game, mate. Chill. We haven't even got centre-backs playing at centre-back. We had 2 left-backs playing at centre-back in the game. Relax. Right, again, Morton. Gakpo. Ball inside. Kerkez pulls it back. Again, ball breaks. Shot blocked. It was Neoni again who tried to get a shot away that time, but Milan crowded him out. Kanate there, flapping around on the ground. Wins the ball back though. Gakpo. Kerkez. Costas, nothing on there, so he cuts back inside. Morton. Kanade. To Bradley. 15 to go. This referee, man, fuck me. Does this ref think he's reffing a game of rugby or something? Bradley blocked off on the edge of the box this time and the ref does nothing. Thank God this lad isn't reffing week in, week out. Is it okay to be disappointed? I can't tell you how to feel, Nick. You know, you feel how you need to feel, bro, but put it this way, hand on heart, I would much prefer to lose a game 3-1, 4-1, 5-1 than pick up one injury in pre-season. So I'm not disappointed about the score. It's about getting minutes in the legs. None of this is relevant to me. But again, I can't tell you how to feel, bro. Why is Maka not on the squad? He returned a little bit later from a knock to pre-season, so I think he's still playing a bit of catch-up. Right, another water break here for the lads. Studley said, I know it's friendly, but I'm sure the ref some sort of blind to some fouls. Oh, some of the misses from the ref being mad. Craig, my commentary says there'll be a penalty shootout afterwards. Cool. If there's a penalty shootout, we'll do the penalty shootout, mate. No probs. I'm not aware. What's happened to Bajcetic? So he had an injury, Daniel, at the end of last season and had an operation on a hamstring, and he's still rehabbing. Fraser said, Craig, our Twitter fans or something else. Oh no, mate, that's why I'm not on Twitter. It's not real world stuff, mate. It's absolute madness on there. Lolly, hey Craig, how's Wirtz doing? Red Ekatike backwards. Yeah, it's the same front and back. I get it. It's a palindrome, mate. He did well in the first half, but he came off at half time. But yeah, good 45 from him. Have I heard about Malik Fofana at Everton? Yes, Saif. I've got the Fabrizio Romano post in front of me. And I will cover all the news. Don't worry. I'll have a news video out by 4 o'clock for you to go through all the transfer gossip. And I'll be back tonight as well at 8:30. Liverpool trying to close down again. Milan get a block in. John, how are we, dude? Folks, they're playing at a position. Relax. I know I don't get some of the stress, John. You know me. I'm an emotional fella, but it's pre-season. I don't understand some of the losing of their minds. But it's never nice to see you lose, granted. But again, as you've said, John, correctly, playing out of position. A lot of players. Another opportunity there for Trey Neoni. This time he was leaning back a bit, couldn't keep his shot down, and flies over the bar. Oh, he wears the number 20. Throw in to Liverpool, far side of the pitch, just over 11 minutes of normal time to go. Craig Macca's injury was listed as hernia. Do you know anything about that? I didn't know what it was, Badder, to be honest, mate, but I knew that he had returned later to pre-season, so Probably more of a chance you might see him on Wednesday. Frimpong, wide right here, cuts inside. Goes back to Costas. Leone. Kerkez, back inside to Costas. Leone again. Tries to play the ball out to Frimpong, but it was never on. It's intercepted by the AC Milan defender. Trey Leone steps in to win it back, though. Well done, Trey. Aaron, how are we, dude? Said young Rio was looking amazing. He's definitely ready. So excited to see what this young lad can do. He looked really exciting, didn't he? Really exciting. Frimpong looks like a bag of tricks as well on that right-hand side. So much energy. Free kick here given to Liverpool for a foul on Jeremie Frimpong wide right. Craig, come to Australia. So many fans here. Mate, it's always been a life dream. My plan is to go to Australia for my 50th birthday. I've been saving up for it for a few years now. So I'm hoping to get over there for 4 to 6 weeks when I turn 50, which isn't for a while yet, thankfully. Arsenal fans, they'll brag about anything, including their 15-year-old wonder kid. Yeah, they're a special breed. But, again, leave them to their delusion. Cross in here. Canade wins the header, but it's over the bar. And it's a goal kick to Milan. 9 minutes to go. Craig, I thought you were in your early 20s. No, I'm 44, Ben. Well, 43, 44 in September. God, I wish I was still in my 20s, mate. I have a 21-year-old daughter and a 13-year-old son. And I've been with my missus now 25 years this year. You look no older than 25, Craig. You've a long way to go till you're 50. Thank you. I do think I look all right for 44, or nearly 44. What's your birthday? I have a horrible birthday, mate. Unfortunately, my birthday is September the 11th, unfortunately. I might be 43, but I'm never going to be an adult. In my mind, I'm always going to be a big child. Kerkez. 8 to go. Not going to lie, mate, I thought you were in your 50s. No. And I don't look like I'm in my 50s, but good try at the rage baiting, mate. Of all the things you might bait me on, I know I look younger than at my age, so you're never going to catch me on that one. Milan, again, trying to counter-attack here. Space opens up. Canade steps across, though, and plays it back to Giorgi Mamardashvili. Joe Fraser said, mate, mine September the 7th. We're basically twins. My daughter's boyfriend has the same birthday as me as well. How mad is that? Gakpo now. Left side of the penalty area. Squares it back across. Strike. Oh, it's drilled low from Jones and just trickles wide of the goalkeeper's left-hand post. Ghost Dog is 23rd of September. Nice. We like that. My aunt is also the same birthday as me. It seems Liverpool don't care if they lose. Why should they care? It's pre-season. It doesn't... Winning isn't... Look, it'd be lovely to win, but it's not important in pre-season. It's getting the minutes into the legs and hopefully no injuries. Haley said, I've been a fan since 1986 and I was born on 1986, 25th of October. Craig, you're 43, you look 33 and act 13. I think you're being kind to me saying 13. My wife would probably say younger than that again. I act like probably a toddler. So 6 minutes of normal time to go in this one. Milan stretching their lead in the second half, 3-1 up. I think so. There's some confusion around pens. I think there's pens, but we'll wait and see. If there is, we'll certainly stay on to cover them. Any news on Man City's charges? No, and I was only wondering about that the other day, Martin, myself. Feels like it's going on forever at this point, doesn't it? Some fans take pre-season way too seriously. I know, mate, it's crazy. But, you know, look back even to last season. You know, it's irrelevant. We went and won the league, and I would take losing every game in pre-season if it meant that we didn't. It's not running, Mark. Poll isn't running, mate. We ended it ages ago. Some fans take pre-season too seriously. Yeah, I'd take losing every pre-season game if you guaranteed me we didn't have a single injury in pre-season. Sorry if I offended you, mate. I honestly thought you were older than our age, mate. No, look. Oh, sorry, one sec. Oh, unlucky Cody. No, 43, and I think I look a young 43. Like, I'm younger than Goldbridge, who certainly starting to look a lot older. I'm a sprightly young 43, but no offence, mate. I am the age I am. Do we need two defenders even if Ibu stays? You could definitely make that argument. If you're going just numerically, I feel like we've never replaced Matip. So, and I guess again, another answer might be it depends what the club are going to do with the likes of Nallo. If centre back is going to be utilised at a push by the likes of Endo, maybe we're okay with 4, but 4 is the minimum I think we need a centre back. Right, there's 3 minutes and a few seconds left to go. Craig, I can see the weight loss. Keep it up. I've lost a little bit, mate. Not too much. I've loads more to go. Loads more to go. My missus is looking fantastic, by the way. She's been working really hard in the gym. She was never heavy, to be fair. Like, she's always been in great shape, but she's doing particularly well. Klopp, born in the 60s, charismatic like Shankly, brought back the 60s. Slot, born in the 70s. Meticulous like Paisley, bringing back the 70s. Alonso, born in the 80s. A player legend like Kenny will bring back the 80s. Love that. Sunil, and thank you, my friend. Appreciate your support. Cross in. Over everybody. Frimpong tries to keep it in and just about does so on the far side. Pulls it back to Bradley. He's under pressure though. Goes to Canade. I used to live in Loughlinstown. Is that what I thought you knew you? Loughlinstown's where I was born. In Loughlinstown Hospital, mate. I grew up in Shankill, which is, as you know, Mohammed, just a mile down the road. Our next game, Wealth Factory's on Wednesday, mate. Wednesday, 11:30 against Yokohama Marinos. I won't be covering that game, though. James, your birthday is August 30th. Nice. Birthday coming up soon then, mate. Right, referee stops the game because there's a bit of a knock to one of the Milan players. Why do we insist on playing left back and centre back? Because it's pre-season and we're lacking in bodies there. I think the answer is obvious, mate. We won't be starting the season with left back at centre back. Don't worry, we'll have Virgil and Canade there. Late night agenda tonight. Absolutely, Jack. 8:30, bro. Be live tonight at 8:30 as always. We'll have a news video coming out at about 3 or 4 o'clock as well. Sean said, Frimpong relentless attitude will lift the locker room. I agree. And he looks like a great lad to have in and around the squad as well, Sean. Sup with Chiesa. He was left at home because he's going to be sold. Midfield is very light as well. I don't think it is. I disagree. We've got Gravenberch at the moment. Gravenberch, Maka, Jones, Soboslai, Morton, Elliott, Wirtz, Neone. Don't see that as being light. Free kick to Liverpool inside, well, the first of 4 minutes of stoppage time. Raj Maka, a little bit late back to pre-season, mate, so he's still playing a bit of catch-up. Gakpo. Again, puts in a cross. Ball headed down, but straight into the Milan keeper's hands. Endo's ill, Dyer. Endo's ill. He's not injured or anything, just ill. Who would be your top 3 standout players from this game? Certainly Soboslai in the first half. I thought he was incredible. So I'd say Soboslai, Wirtz, Rio, probably all first half players. Frimpong's impressed in the second half with his energy levels down that right side. But yeah, I'd say Neone, give him a mention as well. I think he's looked good in the centre of the park. Milan taking this like a Champions League final. Look, I mean, they've every right to take the game as seriously as they want to, and they're winning the game, in fairness to them. Vert, Stinker and Hooked. Yeah, try again, mate. 45 minutes and taken off like most of the other players is probably the correct answer. I love so many opposition fans looking for things that aren't there to try and make their sad little existence feel better. It honestly makes me so proud of where Liverpool are at, that these little weasels are coming in looking for anything to try and make themselves feel better. Long may it continue. Because we all know when the season starts, the Reds will be sharp and ready to go, and Arsenal will be chasing with the rest. What will be your ideal 11 for the Community Shield? Probably Alisson, Frimpong, Canade, Virgil. Oh, there's a goal. Cody Gakpo with a header to make it 3-2. Good goal, Cody. Pulled away to the far post. Lovely ball dinked in towards him, and Cody just cushions the header back across into the far corner to make it 3-2. Good finish, Cody. So, just to answer your question, so Alisson, Frimpong, Canade, Virgil. I'd probably start with Robbo, to be honest, just to give Kerkez more time to get up to speed. Midfield, you're probably going to see Gravenberch, Wirtz, Soboslai, because Maka's still chasing fitness. And then up top, probably Salah, Gakpo, Ekitike, I'd guess. Really lovely cushioned header that from Cody. Good hang time in the air there as well, and just puts the ball back where it came from. Really good finish. Good little assist in from Ibu as well. Nice ball to him. LFC Gamer Vlog said, like you, Craig, I find it hilarious seeing people get tizzy over a pre-season friendly. Mamardashvili's just given them an empty goal, and now it's 4-2. Look down, look back up, and it's 4-2. I'll talk you through it in a second when I actually see what happened. Can we get a replay of that? Because I don't know what happened. Maybe I'll just rewind back to my TV, actually. Hang on. I'll rewind back to TV here. Oh, here we go. It's showing it now on the replay. I'll talk you through it. So Costas squared the ball across. Kanade plays it back to Mamardashvili, who passes the ball to Costas, gets it back, and then it's calamity stuff between Costas and Giorgi Mamardashvili, to be honest. Costas played the ball past Mamardashvili, who didn't control it, went under him, player nipped in around it and scored to make it 4-2. Calamitous defending at the end there, no arguing against that. Craig, Arsenal are going to be strong. They're more settled as a squad and defensively better and more solid. Not saying I'm worried, but I'm cautious. They're always going to be strong, absolutely. But we're quite a settled squad as well. And if you're looking at the sets of business that we've both done, I would argue that our business is probably a little bit better. But look, Arsenal are a good side, so I fully expect them to be there or thereabouts this season. How will the double header versus Bilbao work? In what sense? From my perspective, I'll cover both of them. Maybe a little break in between. For me, if you're looking for a mistake for that last goal, it's on Costas, not really Giorgi. Costas played the ball too far away from him on the wrong side. So if you're looking to attribute some blame there, I'm laying it at the feet of the Greek Scouser. Still don't know. Are we going to have a penalty shootout? What's happening here? I don't know. Is there a penalty shootout or not? I haven't got a clue what's going on here. No need to blame him, Craig. It's pre-season. So you want me to lie, Khaled? You don't want me to talk about what actually happened, which was Costas messing it up. Not blaming him, just giving you a factual fucking statement. What happened with Diaz and Nunes? I didn't hear of any talk of injuries or anything, King, so we can only assume, mate, that it's to do with potentially being sold. We know that there was an offer in from Bayern Munich for Luis Diaz. Maybe that's a little bit more attractive to Liverpool than we initially thought. So I would just imagine it's the possibility of them being sold. So I'm not seeing any indications here of a penalty shootout. It certainly doesn't look like they're lining up for a penalty shootout or anything. Is McAllister not fit yet? No, mate. He was a little bit delayed in his pre-season, so he's still playing a bit of catch-up. See Everton apparently in for Fofana. I did, mate, and I will cover it in my news video that I will be recording very shortly. But you are right. That was reported by Romano. He said exclusive Everton in advanced talks to sign Malik Fofana from Lyon. Official bid submitted and clubs now in direct talks. Endo's ill, the great. So not injured or anything, just ill, unfortunately. So wasn't able to play today. Right, we are having no pens by the look of it then, ladies and gentlemen. How many non-Liverpool fans are watching this? Shook. I know it's great. It really has given me a big indication of quite how worried people are if they're looking at our pre-season friendlies to try to find some type of hope for the season. Look, from my perspective, wasn't great losing the game, but most importantly, we didn't pick up any new injuries, which is always a good thing. Maybe see McAllister on Wednesday. Certainly would expect to see Ugo Ekitike on Wednesday. But of course, we're still going to be waiting to see what's happening with the likes of Isak, what's happening with Diaz and Darwin as they were left out of the squad today. Joe Gomez travelled back with an Achilles injury. So, yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. People saying we're cooked. It's literally pre-season. Mate, these are idiots that don't understand reality football never kicked the ball in their life, and they just want to try to make themselves feel better by taking something from this that isn't there. Full credit to AC Milan. I thought that their goals today, particularly the first three, were all really well taken. The third one in particular was a very, very good goal for Milan. I thought Dominic Soboslai's goal was brilliant for us as well. Good to see Cody Gakpo cushion a header in as well. So there's certainly some bright spots in there for us. First 45 minutes, Rio looked fantastic. Dominic Soboslai was absolutely sensational. Mohamed Salah looked good. But we're still finding our way in. And a lot of people being played out of position or in positions that aren't natural to them. So, we didn't even have enough to make the full complement of 2 lots of 11 today because of some injuries, fitness issues and stuff. Curtis said, impressed with Stevenson in the first half. If I had a choice, I'd sell Jones instead of Elliott. Just take him. Can't take him as a player. Flo, though. Ooh. Yeah, I think Elliott was okay in the first half. Jones, second half was tough because when you dove through the centre as the striker as well, not really a target in there. Neoni, I thought, did well when he came back on for the second half as well as his last 15 in the first. Look, it's okay. Don't read too much into pre-season friendly results, but it's another good workout for the lads, and it's one of these 2 over-season pre-season games done. Right, so before I finish up, I'm going to quickly run through my thoughts on the game from the first half. We'll start off with that first half. So, very impressed with young Stevenson as well. Up against Raphael was going to be difficult, but I thought he did well. We know what Virgil's about, so nothing really to say there. I thought Andy Robertson in the first hand did very, very well, getting forward very well as well. Moving into midfield, obviously we know what Ryan Gravenberch is about. Good to see Morton get minutes. He was picking up some good pockets of space, but he was also caught in possession 1 or 2 times. Moving forward then, look, we know what Salah's about, nothing to worry about there. Florian Wirtz picking up some good pockets of space, some good link-up play. And of course, young Rio, well, he's got lightning in his feet, doesn't he? Very good player. So, first half, certainly again, I feel was a better performance than the second half. Moving into the second half, Giorgi Mamardashvili in goal. Beaten 3 times in the second half. I mean, the last one, not really his fault, but still tough. Moving ahead of him, Costas, left centre-back. We don't want to see that again, do we? Kerkez at left-back, still getting the grips with the Liverpool system. On the right-hand side, Bradley was not great, if I'm being really blunt about it. Ahead of him in midfield, Neoni did well. Gravenberch staying on, as I mentioned. Curtis Jones, wasn't really overly impressed with Curtis when he came on. Right side, Frimpong was full of energy and worked right down that right side. Left side, Cody Gakpo did well. And then through the centre, Ben Doak in a very unnatural position. So, yeah, difficult to really take much from that for the new season, other than it's more minutes into the legs for the lads. And it'll be nice when we start to see some semblance of a proper 11 out there as well. But we'll get there. They're building up to fitness. Did Ryan get 90 today? I think he played all the games, didn't he, Gravenberch? I don't remember him going off anyway. Morton came on and off and on. So look, ladies and gents, I'm going to go and start to prepare for the news video that I'm going to put out in the next half hour or so. I hope to see you back here tonight for the late night agenda. If you can, we're only 4 subscribers away, just 4 away. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do. We're really close to the next 1,000, 3 away now. So before you head off, if you haven't subscribed, please do hit that button. Help us get to 337,000. And I hope to see you tonight at 8:30 for the late night agenda, where we will talk through the Isak story, the developing Fofana story. We'll talk back about the game as well. We'll look ahead to what's happening with Diaz and Darwin, talk about the centre-back situation, and of course everything else that we need to go over tonight. Thank you all for joining me this morning. Absolute legends. Appreciate you. And we'll talk soon. Much love, my friends. Bye-bye. And thank you. We just hit it. Absolutely love that. Thank you all so much. Talk to you soon. Much love. Bye-bye.